Chapter 9. Decision-making that protects the senior pastor. Every organization moves at the speed of its decisions. When decisions are clear, momentum builds. When decisions stall, frustration spreads. And in the church, slow or unclear decisions don't just delay progress, they quietly drain trust. One of the most important ways an executive pastor serves the church is by protecting decision velocity. Let's name a common reality. Many senior pastors become bottlenecks, not because they want control, but because they care deeply and carry spiritual weight. They don't want to make the wrong call. They don't want to miss God. They don't want to hurt people. So decisions stack up, and when everything waits on one person, momentum slows everywhere else. Your role exists to prevent that. Here's a defining truth. The executive pastor doesn't replace the senior pastor's authority. They protect it, by ensuring that the right decisions happen at the right level. That's not delegation. That's stewardship. Let's talk about decision clarity. Every decision in the church falls into one of three categories: theological decisions, directional decisions, executional decisions. When these categories are blurred, confusion grows. When they're clear, leadership flows. Theological decisions. These shape belief, doctrine, and spiritual direction. They belong with the senior pastor and spiritual leadership. You don't override these, you support them. Directional decisions. These involve priorities, focus, and ministry emphasis. These are shared, collaborative, prayerful. Your role is to bring operational insight to these conversations. Executional decisions. These determine how things actually get done. This is where you lead decisively. If executional decisions require constant approval, the organization will slow to a crawl. Here's a principle you should internalize. If you are responsible for the outcome, you should be empowered to decide the inputs. Responsibility without authority creates frustration. Authority without responsibility creates risk. Healthy leadership aligns both. Executive pastors often hesitate here. They worry about overstepping, appearing controlling, making the wrong call, but indecision is also a decision, and usually not a good one. Here's another important filter. Not all decisions carry the same weight. Some are reversible, some are irreversible. Reversible decisions should move quickly. You can adjust. Irreversible decisions deserve more time, prayer, and counsel. Your job is to know the difference, and lead accordingly. Let's talk about something practical. Who decides what? If your staff can't answer that question, they'll either ask permission for everything or stop taking initiative altogether. Both are dangerous. Clarity here creates confidence. A healthy executive pastor creates simple decision frameworks, not long documents. Clear understanding. Language like, you decide and inform. You decide with input. We decide together. That clarity alone increases speed and trust. Another key responsibility you carry. You filter what reaches the senior pastor. Not to isolate them, but to protect their focus. They should spend their energy on vision, teaching, spiritual leadership, not operational noise. When everything reaches the top, leaders get exhausted, and the church pays the price. Let me say this carefully. Not every problem deserves the senior pastor's attention. That's not disrespect, that's design. Your role exists so that when something does reach them, it truly matters. This doesn't mean you decide alone. Healthy executive pastors seek counsel, invite wisdom, listen well, but once clarity is reached, they move forward. Momentum matters. When decision-making is healthy, leaders feel trusted, staff feel empowered, vision moves faster, frustration decreases. When it's unhealthy, people hesitate, meetings multiply, energy drains quietly. Your leadership directly affects this. Let me encourage you, if you've ever felt the tension of being in the middle, it's because you're meant to absorb pressure, so others don't have to. That's not a burden, it's a calling. In the next chapter, we'll talk about volunteers, how to lead them with clarity and excellence without burning them out or turning ministry into a transaction. Because volunteers are not free labor. They are the lifeblood of the church. For now, remember this. Decisiveness, when paired with humility, is one of the most pastoral gifts you can offer a growing church. Let's keep going.